doing this again.
Wait, what are we doing?
You know.
No.
Wait a minute. You hear that?
What is it?
I don't know. It sounds like it's getting closer. What the fuck is that? That's right. Rotn Mournings podcast is coming back at you for season 11. The same old blah blah bullshit you've always expected from us. Remember Rotn Mournings podcast? Season 11.
I forgot that part.
Hello everyone and welcome to Rotn Mournings. I'm Matt.
I'm Grim.
I'm Carrie.
And we are so glad to have you with us this morning. It's been busy even though we had a free weekend. Still busy.
Where did the free weekend go?
What the fuck? We are now
It wasn't
we are now pretty much
Free
booked
weekend, my
until
ass.
next fucking year. So
Yeah, that's true. So, we're going to start with the recap.
Yeah.
Woo! Exactly.
recap.
Okay. So, of course, we did a lot of posting our TikToks, doing a lot of editing. Matt's been doing a lot of editing. I did some editing on CapCut, released a lot of different videos, blah, blah, blah. And who came to see us?
Bertie Shaw came down and saw us at the Book Ash.
Mm-hmm.
He also, when he was down last, he helped me film our last Buckeye video also.
I wasn't there for that, but I did get to see.
Yes. Funny stuff.
Yes. Made some TikToks in McDonald's parking lot.
Yep, with the weird BP lights that are fucking alien.
Went down to, I think we talked about this last time, how we went down to Conjure. Was that in the last podcast?
Yeah, that would have been the last podcast.
Okay, we did. Okay, well.
Because that was on Sunday.
Did some editing of that and posting videos
Yep.
and pictures and stuff. So, yeah, we are, of course, as you know, we're in August still. And a few days ago, it was Clown Week.
Yes, this is still Clown Week.
It's still Clown Week.
International Clown Week.
Chuckles the Clown posted an online charity auction post
Yes,
that we shared.
we're actually, they're doing a lot of charity auction work where there are people like donating masks and donating all kinds of other things. And Rotn will be donating a date with Rotn that you can bid on that we will be going on with you probably Saturday night after CreepyCon.
And if you're
Who
going
knows?
on a date with Carrie and I, you're probably not in the best predicament with that.
Yeah, so that should be interesting.
Yeah.
But we will be doing that auction at our booth at CreepyCon. That'll be at, I believe it's 6:30 or 7 o'clock. And they will do it live. We'll have all kinds of cameras and stuff. But before that, we have Emily Bloom from Bloom's FX doing body painting at our booth on Friday
yes.
also. That's fucking
I'm
badass.
so excited to see her and
Yeah.
see her work in person like that. And
Yes.
Love her to death.
This
She is
is
awesome.
making my heart race. Like, I'm so happy
Yeah.
right now. She is
Love body painters.
she is such a great artist.
Yeah, she
I love
is.
her work.
So, the Hangman's House of Horror is looking for new hirees for 2023, so give them a look. I believe that is where the Unrights work at.
Yes.
And they are doing their hiring, so if you're anywhere near their area, look them up and go work for a fucking phenomenal family.
Posted a video of Mr. Fuzzy Pants. What was he doing? Snorting hay? I don't know
Yeah,
what
he
the
was
fuck
like
he was
chewing hay or something.
I
He
don't
was
know.
screaming hay at you.
I beat the crap out of him after that video.
Another haunt that we have discovered, they've been here for a while, we haven't actually done any business with them, is Nyctophobia, and we've tried to reach out to them and see if they wanted a commercial, and hopefully we get to go check them out for haunt season this year, because I have not been able to get out there. Another haunt that reached out to us, South Bay Nightmare, and we're going to try to get out and do a commercial for them. Our schedule is super, super booked, but you know what? Fuck it. Who wants rest? Rest is when we're dead.
And the three of us went out to Hellbilly Hollow.
We got a whole bunch of different pictures at Hellbilly Hollow of, we did sort of a slim video day where we got a couple of videos and got some stuff. Super fun.
I must say, Carrie was looking very fucking hot that day. Oh, baby. She was strutting her stuff. And my panties were hanging out
Yeah,
all fucking
she
day.
had her panties were bright pink through her very thin black dress.
It was a mesh dress, and
yeah.
I didn't know. I put it on in
Hilarious.
the bathroom, and I didn't see my panties through that, but outside you could see. And I'm walking around with my panties just in my bra and everything. You can see everything. And I'm, oh, fucking well. I work with these people on Hell Night.
Yep.
Nobody said shit to me. Nobody told me anything. I didn't notice until the pictures.
Yep. Ridiculous. Screamville. In only 8 weeks, they will be opening up. Screamville is an amazing haunt. They're the guy who runs it, that does all their work for him, Doug, and of course, Mr. Biggs works out there.
Biggs.
So we love you, Screamville. You guys go check out fucking Screamville this season up in Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Love those cats. That is a fucking amazing haunt. Haunted Hollow of Valley, Alabama. Another haunt I don't know about, but it's been around well, apparently they are new for 2023, or this is new props. I don't know. They've been around for a while. We have not heard of them. Haunted Hollow of Buell, I believe it is, even though it says Valley on that. I'm not exactly sure which one it is.
We're definitely going to be learning about this haunt.
We are definitely going to learn about this haunt. Go check them out this year. You guys should as well if you're near either Buell or Valley, whichever one it is.
I'm not sure. I don't know how to.
Because their website is Haunted House of Buell, but on the poster it says Haunted House of Valley.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Carrie and I got to see a beautiful moth one morning, like 3 days ago,
Yeah.
I think. And holy shit, it was absolutely
Doesn't
gorgeous.
that look, because when I saw it, it looks like the same moths that their wings look like snakes when they're perched on something, so snakes don't eat them.
Yes.
I believe so.
Because it had the
because
eyeball
has
with
that,
the
it looks
face.
Like the head,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the poisonous one, because it's like a V
Yeah.
look. Yeah. So it actually wasn't a moth. It's a fairy, and it perched on my boob and told me secrets.
Yeah, a furry little fairy.
Yeah, it was in disguise.
In disguise. Yeah, and there you are. South Bay Nightmare had reached out to us asking about sharing their stuff out. So, of course, we fucking will, because we love haunts. And Scott got to go to South Bay Nightmare a couple years ago, and it looked like it was a fucking hell of a time. It might have been last year. But they are hiring right now for security, for builders, for concession workers, for parking lot helpers.
All of it.
Anybody. And they say text haunt to 251-554-0392 if you are interested in checking that out. That's all the way down in South Alabama, right there on the double panhandles.
Hollerin' haunts.
Yes, Hollerin' Haunts, where our boys and girls, Smokey Blinky and Psycho Skittles, have gotten their jobs this year. And they have posted up their schedule. We shared it out on Rotn. They open on Friday the 22nd and will be open all the way till November the 4th. So yeah, go check them out.
And this is like the weirdest shit that's been happening, but every time we upload a YouTube video, we get a reel of it on Facebook. It's
Yeah,
a weird
it's like YouTube is making these reels for us. It's very, very strange. They keep popping up, and they're like well edited, and it makes us look like assholes, but I guess we kind of make ourselves look like assholes.
No, it's definitely like Facebook or YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just keep these hilarious reels from cut out versions of the S-Dom, the Sweet Dreams of Morning, that we do every day on YouTube. Go check us out on YouTube at Rotten Reviews. Somehow a reel gets made and put up on our Facebook.
It's
so
the
fucking
weirdest
crazy
shit. I can't figure it out.
Our fucking hackers are geniuses.
You think it is hackers?
I don't know. I think it's just YouTube.
It's
And a
hackers.
reminder for Hell Night.
That's right. A reminder again. Hell Night is the 15th and the 16th of September. Come out. Have fun. It is an amazing time. We have so many fucking people that are going to be out there. You guys are going to fucking shit yourself with glee. And it is going to be dirty. So remember, 18 plus with an ID, a valid ID, not an expired ID. If you do not have an ID, one will not be provided for you and you will not be allowed in the haunt. So ID it, but come out. It is going to be wild. And I just learned today that Tim is going to be selling infinite tickets. So if you come out and you buy a regular ticket, that'll put you through the house, cool. But if you come out and buy an infinite ticket, you can hang out in the haunt all night long and go through the haunt as many fucking times as you feel like. We don't care.
We're going to get to see Azazel, aren't we?
We get to see Azazel next weekend.
I am so excited.
Yep.
so excited.
And of course, like coming up next weekend on Saturday, we've got the City of Chaos acting classes and filming, where Joseph Bodkin will be doing the acting teaching.
Yes!
After which we'll be at Hellbilly Hollow doing their acting and dress rehearsal and filming.
Fuck yes.
And after that, on Sunday, we'll be at the Haunted Chicken House doing the exact
so
same
much,
shit.
my head's gonna explode.
So we're filming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday next weekend,
yes.
guys. If you want to help us film, just get in touch with us. Tell us what's up, because we're filming on Friday with Azazel. We don't know what the hell we're filming, but it should be interesting, and we could probably use some help.
And 2 days ago, we posted a video. Well, Matt posted a video of Carrie and I being the brats that we are.
Yes.
And not doing what you say.
There's a shocker.
It was fun. We were bicycling in the air.
Yep, you were.
And even in
Bicycling.
reverse.
Yeah. And I've been posting up what are they doing pictures of you guys for the past few days on my personal
That's
profile.
actually fun to watch, but while it's happening, it's like, what the fuck, Matt?
Kill you in your sleep.
I keep getting in trouble for that too. Carrie
Yeah.
was very mad at me today for that.
And then, CreepyCon.
CreepyCon posted up about our class that we are doing from 4 to 5 o'clock on Saturday, August the 26th. Come out is a Q&A and a little bit of a workshop where we will talk to you about the cool uses of social media and how to separate your professional from your personal. Because all of us need to learn how to do that.
Oh, on a side note, Carrie's belly can meow.
That was my belly.
Okay, I've heard her do it even better.
Yeah. Asshole.
That was me.
That was a mimic.
Oh.
Yeah, you mimic.
Mim knock the devil.
Ew! Oh, Warehouse 31. Oh, can you tell us more about
Yeah,
that?
guys. Now, Warehouse 31 is has a few more actor work dates. They have the 12th and 26th of August and the 9th of September, where they will be doing actor workshops and hiring. So y'all get out there and get y'all a job at a phenomenal haunted house. If you go on their Facebook, they have a place where you can actually apply online at their website, warehouse31.com/jobs.
Yes, very well said. Oh, Andrew Upshaw uploaded a video.
Yeah, that's right. Grim pestered the shit out of Tutu
I did
until
not.
he uploaded a video of him working on these fucking kick-ass shoes that he makes, and it was phenomenal. So, yeah. Bug Tutu
Great
more. Good
work.
job, Tutu. I hate we have to bug you to get this level of calibration out.
He's doing great work. He needs to film
You
it
need
and
to
post
film
it.
it and post it. People need to know.
And we already talked about the haunt therapy
Yes,
auction.
indeed. Again,
So-
haunt auction at CreepyCon Friday night, 7:30 or 6:30, one or the other. Be there.
and then
Or
Conjure.
be circle.
And of course,
Exactly.
again, we cannot forget to remind you about ConjureFest. ConjureFest is now taking vendor applications. If you want to be a vendor at Magic City Conjure, go to Magic City Conjure on Facebook and fill out an application and see if you can become a vendor. We will be there vendoring. Yeah, it should be a fun time. That is the 26th. That's our lead in to
September
Halloween.
23rd.
Excuse me, September 23rd, which will be our lead in to Halloween.
Yes, so you guys, if you need to know these dates and you keep forgetting, just message us or anything like that. If you want something to do on the weekends or you want something, like, there's always something to be had. All
Yes.
kinds of fun to be had. So message us and we can remind you of what's going on when you're free.
Indeed.
Yes, and today, what did we do today?
We went out to a Mexican restaurant for a TJ Miller's birthday with our pops, Tim Miller. Oh, now you want in on this?
Kitty.
Okay, hold on.
Yes,
BB's
happy
got something to
birthday,
say.
TJ.
Never mind.
She ran
left.
away.
She left. But happy birthday to TJ Miller.
Happy
and thank you
birthday.
to Tim for the food and the slushies.
So yummy.
And we talk about the haunt tour. again, bring it up.
The
just a
fucking
reminder.
hot tour, guys. Don't forget, the September the 8th, there is only 50 tickets available. It's $100 a ticket. You get to go to 3 amazing haunts. We got 5 amazing attractions. We're going to feed you. We're going to ship you from point A to point B. You cannot beat that price. There are only 50 tickets. Get your tickets now, as soon as you can. They will sell out fucking fast, I imagine.
Yes, and that's all for the recap, and I want you guys to know I made a little nest, and I'm about to lay an egg. Caw-caw!
Grim's going to lay a caca egg.
I love my little nest.
So yeah, I hope you enjoy this episode of Rotn Mournings.
Rotn Mournings.
Coming up next is some astrology from Carew,
Nah.
and then we will move
Caribou,
on.
like caribou.
Yeah, she's a caribou.
a little caribou.
Caribou.
The cutest caribou.
But yeah. Stay tuned for Cute Carrie Caribou.
Yay!
Stay rotten, guys.
Stay rotten.
This is scary. Stay rotten.
Let me suck on that mic.
Stay rotten, guys. See you in a second.
Have you ever wished to hear your horoscope and the Rotn Mournings podcast at the same time? Now you can. Welcome to Carrie's Astro Bites. Hey, what the fuck? Fuck you. Wait. You're such an asshole. No, welcome to Carrie's Astro Bites. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't see you standing right there. I was making a song.
They've been there the whole time.
Well, I see that now. You didn't tell me, Matt.
I don't have to tell you anything.
Yes, you do.
You'll never listen to me anyhow.
I mean, I listen sometimes. What's fun about listening to you? That doesn't do anything for me. What's the benefit in that for me? Nothing.
Fucking turtle.
Fucking nothing. Well, anyways, guys, like we were saying, welcome to Carrie's Astro Bites for the week of August 7th, 2023. Yes, that is still the year. For some reason, we're just kind of stuck in it.
Liar, liar, liar.
I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar.
Liar.
Well, you guys know that they came out that the aliens are real. I feel like that's, close to astrology, so we can mention that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
I guess we're going to have to, go back to the drawing board on this whole, waning cancer and shit, because we're going to have to add all these alien astrology.
Yeah. We're going to have to add 12
cancer
more.
Might just be named Bob, and it could have just been a ship that was up there.
There's going to be an alien version of astrology.
Yeah.
But what
You're a
if they
good
made it and
rogue.
sent it down to us?
That doesn't make any sense.
It makes sense.
No,
They
it doesn't.
sent us the knowledge. You don't understand, okay?
You don't understand.
My alien friends told me.
You don't understand.
Alright, so this week, on Sunday, August 13th, this is really only the big planet movement, the only big one we got of the week. Venus meets the sun, beginning a new cycle in love and relationships. And during this time, just remember feelings change sometimes, and to respect and acknowledge it, always put your own feelings first. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, that is all that matters.
And don't forget that Theon meteor shower and the super blue moon is coming up.
Yes, those are both coming up. And the next eclipse is coming up as well in November. So make sure to be on the lookout. And we will keep you guys updated on that on this part of the episode every week. Maybe.
Good, but yeah. Navigate that.
Yeah, unless I skip through the astrology. That happened once. A long time ago. Sorry, guys. I was failing at life during that time.
I was feeling it.
But alright, let's get into it. Darn tootin'. Aries, this week, as cliche as it sounds, it's important to pick your battles wisely. Your energy is bright and powerful. Don't waste it on undeserving opponents or issues you aren't really invested in. Taurus, this week, try to lean into your soft side. Give the tough exterior a break and express your feelings. Being vulnerable with people you trust can be empowering. And I'm just going to say, you guys, when I was doing the horoscopes this week. Normally, there will be like a common pattern in all of them. But this week, there really wasn't. And I feel like that's because of the Venus entering the sun Sunday, causing a lot of monumental change in our emotional and mental states and all that fluctuation. Maybe in each sign affects them differently. So yeah, Geminis, this week there's a good chance that things are in fact less complicated than you're making them out to be. You may be a chameleon, but some people show you exactly who they are. Just pay attention sometimes. Cancer, if you need time to recharge or to sit with your thoughts, grant it to yourself. Just be careful not to become isolated. People can be annoying, but they can also make life sweeter at times. Leo, this week, remember that it isn't your job to please everyone. Disappointing other people's expectations isn't the worst thing in the world, as long as you aren't betraying yourself. Virgo, this week, try to reset the way you look at the world. Practicing reading others' actions through the kindest lens you can. Approaching everyone, including yourself, with a little more generosity will open you up to connection.
God damn. That's the one voice. I hate that voice.
That one voice,
Yeah.
I know.
Least favorite.
Libra. This week, remember that there are plenty of things worth doing that won't be popular. You don't have to dress or talk or feel like everyone around you does. You're an individual and you're allowed to act like it. Scorpio. This week, you'll miss out if you hide your weaknesses and uncertainties from your friends. Let other people into your process. Ask questions. Accept their support along the way. It'll help you grow.
I kind of feel like you're just a few boyfriends from sounding like that if you would have went in a different direction in your childhood.
Oh my god. I'm scared. Tasty. Sagittarius. This week, remember that certain people won't ever be persuaded by logical arguments. They just want to get a rise out of you. But that doesn't mean you have to take the bait. Know when to argue and know when to walk away.
You got to know when to hold them.
Know when to fold 'em. What?
You said something about getting hard.
That's not what the song is.
That's how the song went.
All right, know when to walk away, know when to run. You better count your money when you're sitting at the table. Okay, we're done.
There'll be time enough.
God damn it! No, 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 no. And this is where technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
God damn it! Not
Technical
again.
difficult.
I'm actually gonna kill myself in a minute. I can't say that word. Sewer slide.
Sewer slide. It's a sewer slide.
Sewer slide! All right, guys. So anyways, Sagittarius. This week, remember, I already did that one. Fuck you! You made me lose my
Why am I
spot.
getting-
God damn
Ow.
you.
Quit hitting me. Damn it.
All right, Capricorns. This week, work on saying no. If a new project seems...
Ow, okay. I said
God damn
no.
it. All right, guys, where was I?
You were on Sagittarius.
Back to your
Sagittarius.
back to your regularly scheduled program.
Sagittarius.
No, we're on Capricorns. This week, work on saying no. If don't fucking say it.
No, you've just been difficult all the way around. Difficult to work with here.
If a new project seems exciting, but you're already overloaded, sometimes you gotta pass on it. If an invitation is tempting, but your social battery needs recharging, beg off. When everything about an offer looks great, but in your heart or your gut, you simply do not want to take it on, say no. You don't need any other reason. You don't have to explain yourself.
Holy fuck, that should have been hours. We're screwed. That should have been hours.
That was mine.
Oh, okay.
Fuck you. Aquarius. This week, it's crucial not to get so caught up in contemplating that you forget about doing. Focus on getting your hands dirty and interacting with people and putting your ideas to the test. You might find wisdom or clarity that you wouldn't have on your own.
I find that hard to believe. Finding
Well,
wisdom and
I
clarity
didn't make
wouldn't
these
have
up
on my own.
myself,
Hold on a
sir.
second.
You're going to
I
have to
don't
argue
any
with Madame
wisdom and clarity,
Clairvoyante.
so what? What? Clairvoyant?
Yeah, that's her name.
That's a clever name. I
I'll
heard a
tell her you
clever
said that.
drag queen's name.
Clairvoyant.
Yeah, clairvoyant, like clairvoyant. Yeah. I heard a clever drag queen's name who recently got her country music Christian song to the top
Yeah.
of the Christian billboards on Spotify because somebody was kind of going to war with them.
Mm-hmm.
And her name is Flamey Grant.
Flamey Grant.
Because Amy Grant is like a famous Christian
That
music.
is fucking genius.
Hilarious. Okay, last but definitely not least.
Pisces.
Looking at me.
I don't like reading you guys's
Why?
because they don't come from me, and I feel like you guys get mad if it's a bad one.
What are you talking about?
We don't even listen to this podcast.
Okay, good.
Who the fuck listens to
Nobody
this?
listened to this.
Don't worry, but I take astrology with a grain of salt.
Okay.
Because it's a lot of it's for somebody, but it's not for everybody. You know.
See, you see what I'm
Like,
saying?
it might not apply to me.
Exactly, and it
All right,
may
so
apply to another
let
Pisces.
me-
It might apply to the Pisces
start the reading.
moons.
You're a stupid fucking bitch, Pisces. What is wrong with you? Why don't you just
That's not
chill
what
the
it
fuck
says.
out?
All right, he's done. Okay.
God,
Pisces,
personal,
this
Gary.
week it's more important than ever not to give into that instinct of passive aggressiveness. You won't get anywhere by dropping hints or making faces. Being upfront about your feelings might stir up drama, but it's also the best way to get what you want sometimes.
That is the
That's
fucking
all.
last shit you ever need to tell her. That's the last
Please
thing
don't.
you ever need to
I'm
tell
not
her.
taking that advice.
She doesn't
That's-
have to take that advice.
that's not from
literally
me.
how she lives.
It's not.
I've been nothing but no. I've been happy.
It's not from
No,
me,
happy's
guys.
fine, but you're
This is
definitely
not advice
passive
directly
aggressive.
from me.
No.
No,
This is from
I'm
the
never
stars.
passive-aggressive.
that's what I'm saying.
If you ever don't like your horoscope, it's not on me.
If
It's
you
on
ever
the
don't like
stars.
your horoscope, then change your sign. Reborn on a different day, okay?
Instead of a Capricorn, I'm now a Capricorn.
I identify as a Vegeta.
What
That's
she's
not a
saying-
sign!
Oh.
What she's saying in a lot of ways is this isn't directly towards you. This is not an attack towards you. This is nothing like that. And if it bothers you, it might not be for you anyway, but if it bothers you, maybe, take a second to reflect on yourself.
Yeah.
It's nothing bad. It doesn't make you bad. Like, I don't know how else to put it more simply.
We all as humans have our things that we work on every day.
Everybody
and that
has
is
their
okay.
faults. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're all in this shit show called life together. So we can all make it a little easier on each other instead of harder.
Yes.
I've always looked
Well
at
said.
horoscopes sort of the same way I look at fortune cookies, is that it's not necessarily a science. It's not necessarily a factual thing. But every single horoscope that you ever read can apply to anybody at some point in their life.
So it
Yes.
doesn't make
It's
it
just-
a non-factual
Exactly.
thing
It will always be true for everyone, but this is an easy way to get great tips and great helpful ideas about just living life in general going forward. And why be overloaded with 1,000 statements? You can go and find your horoscope and it'll give you one great fucking tip just to going forward in
Yeah.
life.
And I
Very
feel like
helpful.
with tarot, it's like kind of like with tarot. Like if you see
Tarot's
a tarot post on social media, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because the thing is you gotta take what applies and don't take what doesn't apply. You know what applies to you, and you know what doesn't apply to you more than anybody else, because you're the one living in your own head.
Well, that's to say also that I'm a big reader of people.
Yes.
Like my whole entire existence is gauging someone's involvement, entertainment level, whether or not I'm actually connecting with them on a psychological level. I read people. When it comes down to tarot reading or palm reading, there's a lot of stuff in the cards, but a lot of the stuff comes from the person you're actually with.
Yes.
I have way more faith in tarot cards because of people readers
Yes.
than I do in like
Yes,
astrology.
that's why I said it's like when I say that, it's more specifically like when you're scrolling through TikTok and you see a tarot card
saying, "Hey,
you take what applies to you and you don't take what
because
doesn't.
every single solitary thing that comes out of tarot cards or fortune telling,
It's
or
useful tools for
it's
reflection. And
literally
other
that
things.
is the baseline of what an affirmation is. Tarot cards and shit like that, those are just extra ways to produce affirmations for yourself.
Yes.
A tarot card or a astrology or a horoscope reading is literally a topa that you can put faith into and manipulate and mold into being you by accepting the fact that it can be true.
So overall, like we said, guys, just remember to take everything with a grain of salt sometimes. Take what applies to you. Don't take what doesn't. Nobody knows you better than you. So that's up to you.
And
that's
all in all, we'll only tell every single fucking sign in the fucking world, just goddamn get along with each other.
Yeah, we promote peace here.
Peace and love.
But
Peas and
also,
carrots.
don't take no shit.
But don't take no shit.
At the same time. Know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run, and know when to kick some fucking ass.
Yep. So yeah, guys, that's
Carrie's Astro Bites. For the
Punch 'em
week
in the
of
mouth.
whatever.
What, it's
All right.
here?
Why'd you flinch?
Because I thought you were going to hit me.
Now I
like you're
feel
kinda
bad.
on a running gag right now.
I feel bad.
Yeah,
She's
I'm
got
sure you do.
aggressions.
I don't have
I love how you have to
aggression.
tell them that you feel bad.
I feel so bad, guys. I
Anyway,
promise you
so
I don't
this
hit
has been
him.
Matt's
He's
troll ass
lying.
bite, so we're canceling this fucking show.
No, this is Carrie's Astro Bites. Yay!
Oh, dude. What's that thing you're going to do when I stick my foot up your ass? Okay. And now it's another movie review brought to you by Rotn Reviews.
And then
Movies.
movies?
Yeah, what they said.
Let's talk some shit.
It's time for another movie review.
I'm scared.
Hello, guys, and welcome.
Man, don't you start it like that, you fucking son of a bitch. Fuck you.
Hey, guys.
Do it right.
Hey, guys, we are here with another movie review.
A movie review. Ooh.
Movie review.
Oh, my God. I don't want any ravioli. Ravioli, give me the formioli, Mr.
God
Krabs.
damn it. SpongeBob shit. Oh.
If you
The
can
funniest
see
part
the
about that is you
fucking
didn't know where I was
dead
going
in
with
her
it.
eyes that begins to form as she's going through these SpongeBob quotes.
Me oi, me oi, me oi, me oi, me oi.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So yeah, for our movie review, we watched an old gem called Scott Pilgrim versus the World. This is an Edgar Wright
No, he's
film.
not an actual pilgrim.
He's not a pilgrim, and he doesn't actually verse the world at all.
And I gotta say, I am totally in lesbians with it.
I am in lesbians with this movie also.
Yeah.
Same.
This movie is so well put together. The cinematography is wild. The way they filmed it, like a video game where they had people that had no idea how to fight, but they spiced it up like the same way you would edit a video game and made it look like these people knew how to fight.
Like comic style.
Yeah, from what I heard, it was actually a great comic to movie translation, and it made me want to read the
Yeah.
comics.
And the comics are a little bit different, and they end very differently. Like I told you, there's a kind of an alternate ending to it. But I would definitely recommend it, but the comic books are very, very different than the movie, because the comic books are very, like, low edited. Like, they're very softly animated comic books, but they're still badass. They have some of the comic reels that show in the movie when she's explaining the backstory of some of her evil exes. Now, if you've heard the name Edgar Wright, it is because he did, of course, the Cornada trilogy, which is Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and World's End. This movie he did not do with Edgar Wright or Simon Pegg. And you may also know him from doing Justice League edits and releasing or doing the pre-ones, as well as doing some Marvel movies that he was going to originally direct. Ant-Man didn't work out for him. I'm sure that would have been an interesting thing. But Edgar Wright, badass director, this fucking movie will blow your mind. If you want to see a great way to transition your movie scenes and you're just trying to think of something creative, watch this movie. This movie is chock full of clip transitions that will, like, you'll be like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So good.
Why are you looking at me?
Well, you're supposed to talk.
All
right.
Okay,
so-
I thought this movie was a great blend of comedy, romance, and action, and a little bit of sci-fi that was mixed into it. It's a very immature movie, but the acting, in my opinion, is pretty good and appropriate for the theme. I was happy with the amount of depth they gave to the characters as well, and the music was amazing. Everyone played their part perfectly, and the whining of Scott Pilgrim kind of put me off a little bit, and it seemed like he should have been more attractive, but at the same time, it made it more comedic.
Yeah.
How they went about it.
Like almost absurd because he was such a little bitch. And
He
it
was
so,
such a little whiny bitch.
It was so absurd how much of a little whiny bitch he was. And then as soon as like somebody's like, I'm going to fight you. And then he's like, oh, I'm a fucking badass.
Yeah.
Like I don't worry
like,
about anything.
he
But then he
ran
seems like he
from-
worries about everything.
Yes, I did think that at first it was, why are you running from these problems with these girls and this and that? But he didn't want to hurt her feelings was the true fault of it.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of sweet. It showed that he actually does care. It's not just him trying to play these women that he keeps talking about dating or something like that. But no, he just didn't want to hurt them.
It definitely, to me, it feels like a metaphor for getting into a relationship that is above the level of sort of high school immaturity. When you first get into your first serious relationship that's not just a toss-off high school goof relationship, and you both look backwards and see what you went through, and you gauge that person by their past transgressions, not giving them the chance to literally remake themselves, because we consistently do that throughout life. So it was like sort of proving that digging into the past, like everybody's got a fucking past, and some of them are fucking horrible. And if somebody wants to share with you, that's great. But their past, again, does not define them as what they will be when you meet them. So whatever they did before does not mean they'll do it again. It doesn't mean they won't do it again. But it's a new person. Every minute, someone is a new person.
I thought that in the beginning, I thought I was going to hate this movie because it was a 22-year-old dating a 17-year-old. And I was like, oh, fuck, that was such a, But it made sense for the movie.
Yeah.
Like, it played into it, and there wasn't anything like bad going on between the two, really.
Yeah, they
So
made it
it was
very
like-
clear that
yeah.
Scott wasn't even holding her hand or kissing her, that it was more like he was just dating a 17-year-old. He was 22. And she
Like
even made the
4.
comment about her dad being like 9 years older than her mom. And he's only 3 years older than her. Or 4 years older than her.
That, I mean, just for the movie purpose itself, like, it made sense for the plot.
It's hilarious. The way they deal with all of these different, like, really, like, heavy topics is so toss-offish and humorous.
Yeah.
And just the
Wash.
theatrics of their movements and the motions of scene to scene, and how they literally made a montage of conversation. So like in a movie, you watch a movie like Rambo, and when he's like beefing up and doing his training, they'll throw it into like a 1 minute montage, and that encompasses like a solid week of him working out and getting ready. Now he's ready to go. This movie took a conversation and did a week-long montage of where they were coming in. So these people are so boring that they finish a conversation over a week's time. Because think about it. When Scott's there and he's like, I don't know what to do. And then boom, they're in the house. And he's like, well, here's what you're going to do. And then boom, they're in the street.
The
and he's
transitions
Yes.
and it is so fucking genius.
but it
the way
makes
they
it
did
look like all that
was fun to
time that they're
watch.
not there, they're literally not saying anything and just being boring and humdrum. So this movie is about a band that is the most boring humdrum band until they have to fight people.
I want to say that I loved Ramona portraying this like manic pixie dream girl aesthetic. Like that was fun to see all of that.
Yes. I love the shit out of this movie. Carrie, what are your thoughts about it?
This movie's pretty freaking good, guys. I think you should, give it a watch. 10 out of 10.
She gives it a 10 out of 10.
I liked how at the end Knives realized that was the young girl, realized that she could do much better than Scott. And so she's like, okay, encouraged him to be with Ramona. And then it was like such a grow up moment for her.
Yeah.
Because she was obsessed with him there for a while. And I was like, oh, I don't want this to just be her. But no, she grew as a character.
And that's like another really big thing about the juxtaposition between their characters is you see Knives is at the point that Ramona was at when she met Gideon. Because Ramona talks about how she was obsessed with Gideon. And they show how Knives, through the progression of this, was able to get out of that phase. Whereas Ramona was still rolling in that phase.
Yes, Knives, not only was she getting over being obsessed and all of that, she went through all of these transitions, which was fun too, to see all of her glow up happen.
Yeah.
But even though that was still happening, she still wanted what was best for Scott, even though Scott didn't give her the time of day that she deserved. She was a great character. I loved her the most.
Agreed. And even Brie Larson was badass, and the fucking that one song from Clash at Demon Head that she does always gets stuck in my fucking head.
There was something I read online about the characters in this movie not blinking for any of their scenes.
Really? That wouldn't surprise me.
Like the director, I think, told them not to blink.
So it's more cartoon, it's more comic book, because people don't blink in comic books.
I think, okay.
Because why would they? Why would you draw an
So their eyes don't get dry. It's paper. It's really going to dry their eyes out.
It's a drawing.
But
Grim.
it's not paper.
Real, you idiot. So yeah, guys, Scott Pilgrim versus the World might be an older film, and it's been a while since it's been out for a while. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. If you have, watch it again.
It's fun for your eyes.
Great fucking movie. Go check out Scott Pilgrim versus the World, directed by Edgar Wright.
Yes, and the music in this is fun.
Yes. That's it.
All right.
Okay, guys, get the hell out of my
Go
life.
fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Hey, listeners, want to choke me?
God damn it, Grim, that's not the lines we talked about.
Hey, listeners, want to actually learn something here? Well, get a load of Grimm's poetry shorts. Welcome back. Oh, shit.
What? Oh, yeah, I did the wrong thing. Okay, and it's fixed.
Again, welcome back to Grimm's Poetry Shorts. This week, we shine a spotlight on Stephen Crane. This poem speaks to me dearly. This is In the Desert by Stephen Crane. I saw a creature, naked, bestial, who squatting upon the ground held his heart in his hands and ate of it. I said, "Is it good, friend?" "It is bitter." "Bitter," he answered, "but I like it, because it is bitter, and because it is my heart." I love it. It was short and bitter.
So he rolled up on some bitter big dude eating his own heart.
Yeah.
Metaphor.
So.
Eat your heart out.
Eat your heart out.
Eat your heart out.
That's probably what he sounded like.
Oh, it's bitter. I like it, but it's bitter.
So, what'd you say?
Chum.
So
It's bitter, chum.
All right, shut the fuck up. The emptiness of the desert represents the figure's solitude and loneliness. All he has is his own emotions, his heart, and it is eating away. He is eating away the heart because he has nothing else.
I was going to say, like, in the desert, pee is better than eating your own heart, because pee
But you
will
still gotta have
sustain
some kind of
life.
other sustenance.
Yeah, but if you eat your heart, you kind of defeat the purpose of eating to stay alive.
Obviously, he's still alive while he's eating that. He's speaking.
That doesn't make any damn sense.
Well, that's all right.
It's bitter.
Oh my God. So life, Stephen Crane seems to be saying, is lonely and hard, and humankind has a self-destructive tendency.
To eat its own heart instead of drinking its own pee, which is sanitary.
Exactly. All right. So Stephen Crane was born November 1st, 1871 in Newark.
Newark.
It's Newark.
Newark.
New Jersey. Crane was the 14th and last child of writer and suffragist Mary Helen Peck Crane. Damn.
Jesus, Mary Helen Pet Crane.
Yeah, and
This is like named because she was known to have like a pet crane or something.
don't fucking know.
Like that whole last name thing. Like, oh, well, their last name's where they're from. Yeah, I'm from, I was adopted from a pet crane store. I don't know.
And
stupid.
Reverend
It's not
Jonathan
dumbass.
Townley Crane, a Methodist Episcopal.
What? Hold on. Yeah, Methodist
Episcopal.
Let me see.
What's that?
Episcopal.
Episcopal pale minister.
I thought that was Episcopalian, but it just says Episcopal. It doesn't have the
Yeah,
on the back.
it confused me.
Episcopal.
So, raised by his older sister Agnes, the young Crane attended preparatory school at Cleverett College.
That's gonna fuck me up, like the young crane. Every time you say that, I'm gonna see like a little baby crane, like.
Having little interest in university studies.
And crackers instead.
Shut up. He was active in a fraternity, but he left Sacrosse Syracuse University in 1891 to work as a reporter and writer. The secret of Crane's success was his war correspondent, journalist, novelist, short story writer, and poet. What the fuck did I just say?
I would say proofreading is something that probably helped him in his success.
Not me. I
Not
don't proofread.
clearly not.
I do not help myself. I make it hard for myself. I like it hard.
Like you make it hard on yourself.
Yeah. All right. I'm skipping through that.
There's a lot of words in that one.
That's a lot. Stephen's father was the presiding elder of the Methodist Conference, and because of his job, the family moved from city to city in New Jersey while Stephen was a child and young boy. He was also fascinated with military history and attended Cleverett College, a military school. He also briefly attended both Lafayette College and, you know what, I don't even like that word. I'm not saying it. Okay. He liked playing baseball. Two of his brothers were journalists. Crane's work reflected many major artistic concerns at the end of the 19th century, especially naturalism, impressionism, and symbolism. His work insisted that we live in a universe of vast and indifferent natural forces, not a world of divine providence or a certain moral order. Yeah.
Mortal.
He won international acclaim in 1895 for his Civil War novel, The Red Battle Rouge of Courage. Oh, that was hard. Courage. A Civil War tale. And he wrote without having any battle experience. He did not fight in the Civil War, even though he wrote about it. He sat in the park and got all of his information from veterans that were there. Yep. That's what he wrote about.
I didn't fight in.
So
I
again,
just talked to Cokes.
Yeah, so
I
again,
kind of sat on my car and watched the battle in front of me.
no war experience during this. That changed, however, when he became a foreign war correspondent. First in Greece, then during the Spanish-American War in Cuba. January 1st, 1893, he wrote Maggie's, it's just called Maggie's Release, I believe, calling the book the most truthful and unhackneyed, whatever that fucking word is that we don't use.
Let me see this one now.
I don't think we use Unhackneyed. Study of Slums I have ever read.
Okay.
In 1893, the first book of Maggie, A Girl in the Streets. What the fuck? I guess it was
Beast
actually...
in the
Okay,
Sheets.
so it was a release and a re-release. Okay. While Crane was likely had... What the fuck?
This is great.
Oh, the first one was a draft that he published. Okay, got it. So this was a novella, A Girl of the Streets.
Come learn with us.
I never know what the fuck I write, even though I just wrote it. What the fuck am I doing? So this book was initially rejected by several publishers who feared that Crane's description of slum life would shock readers. Crane ended up publishing the work himself, and it was under the pseudonym Johnston Smith. Yep. In 1897, Crane set sail for Cuba. I wrote that twice. I don't know why. However,
Say it again. Maybe it's important. It's gonna
Crane
be on the
set
test.
sail for Cuba.
Cuba.
Yay! However, after the ship on which he was traveling, the SS Commodore, sank. Crane spent a day and a half adrift with 3 other men. His account of the ordeal resulted in one of the world's great short stories, The
Hand
Open
jobs.
Boat. Same thing.
Hand
I'm sure
jobs
that's what
for
they did.
everyone.
And I apparently wrote this again.
He set sail for Cuba.
And I also wrote 3 times. In 1898, Crane went to Greece.
Okay.
Yay!
That is also clearly important. Remember that.
Taking with him Cora Taylor, a former brothel proprietor.
There's a lot of tongue-tying in your writing. Brothel proprietor.
In 1900, he died at age 28, so he lived a very short life.
Oh, damn.
And so Crane, okay, so going back, of course, I just wanted to add that, I guess.
Yes.
In 1899, Crane, along with Cora Taylor, checked into a health spa at the edge of Black Forest, Germany. 1 month later is when he died of tuberculosis.
You keep saying Cora Taylor, and I keep yelling Corey Taylor, the lead singer of Slipknot. Him and Corey Taylor were hanging out.
She actually went by at least 15 different names. So it was like, oh man, it was so fucking... She married so many different times and also had to go under different aliases because of different scandals that she was a part of and just bad reputation because...
I'm wondering if like her
she was a
last
hoe.
names range from like pet cat, pet lizard, pet
It was so many different
crane,
things. Like,
pet-
there was like 5 of them was like Madame something.
My damn bullshit.
I don't know.
My damn butthole hurts.
I'll mention
My
this
damn
more
biscuits!
later, but she took on his last name, even though, like, so it was Cora Crane in most of this, but even though she was married to somebody else at the time that would not grant her a divorce. Yeah. So, Cora Crane was an American businesswoman, nightclub, and bordello owner, writer, and journalist. She is also best known for being the common-law wife of writer Stephen Crane. So, blah, blah, blah. You get that.
Yeah,
And,
I got it. I didn't...
1896 and his death. Whatever, I don't know what the fuck I just did. Yeah, she took his name even though they never married. She was still legally married to Captain Donald William Stewart, who owned a brothel. No, she owned the brothel. He didn't. Why did I write that?
Great, dude. Great. So, guys, if you could just sift through all this and pick out the stuff that you like and you just make that there.
All right, so she was mostly known as Grand Madame of Jacksonville. Yep.
That's fucking great.
Yep.
That's
I wrote it
good to
again.
know.
I wrote it again that she was still married to somebody else, and I just fucking wrote it out. How many times did I just write everything? God fucking damn it!
You're in there's like, hey, God, am I writing all this shit? And you were just like literally copying all work and no play makes Grim a dull boy over and over again. Why did I just write this 87 times?
I probably, you know what? If I repeat myself, it's okay. You didn't hear it. All right, her husband. What? Where am I? All right, I'm just gonna fucking read it, okay? Her and Stephen Crane encountered financial trouble associated with her properties and endured a murder trial. Her husband, Hammond McNeil, shot and killed another man who he presumed to be Cora's lover. It is important to note that Cora was also marrying different rich men and having affairs constantly. After Crane's death, she returned to Jacksonville and financed and constructed another brothel, and within 5 years owned several other resorts. Cora was the queen of the good time girls and greased the legal machinery to stay in business. I don't fucking know what that means. But anyway, she married yet again to the nephew of Whistler's mother.
Whistler's mother. The most drunken way you could say that.
That
She
Whistler and
married
that woman in the
Whistler.
painting. I don't know what I did. That Whistler and that woman in the painting. So I think
Whistler's
it was...
mother. The
Yeah.
the famous painting of Whistler's
I don't know
mother.
anything about it. Anyway.
It's like an old lady in a rocking chair, I think.
Okay. Hardly monogamous, Cora took another lover and a new husband.
Blah, blah.
Yeah, shut up. Less than thrilled, he shot that lover as well.
Yo, gonna get shot.
He was
Coming
acquitted.
Here, coming for that
He was
pussy.
he was acquitted and called it quits on the marriage. Cora returned to using the name Cora Crane. Even though, the other guy was dead. That I'm actually supposed to be talking about instead.
What do you mean? I'm a crane. You're not a crane. I identify as a crane. I'm gonna pick this rock up and set it over here.
Cora later died in 1910 at the age of 45, having suffered a stroke after helping someone push a stalled car.
That's funny.
Blah.
And that's the Crane story about his
No.
wife.
All right,
It has
back to
nothing do
Crane.
with his
Back to
poetry at
Crane.
all.
While writing the first novel, Maggie, A Girl of the Streets, he lived in the slums and gained first-hand knowledge of poverty and life in the streets. Once he even dressed as a tramp and spent the night in a flop house.
A flop house. That's where they make flip-flops, right?
What?
Flip-flops. The shoes?
Oh!
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh.
This produced the short story Experiment in Misery and inspired many other writers to look for story ideas in the Lower East Side. The Bowery.
The Bowery, yeah.
Yeah. The area had once housed a thriving district of shops and mansions, but had been replaced by post, Civil War saloons, dance halls, and brothels. I put that sentence in the wrong area. And I put continue.
Continue. You literally write on your phone like you write in a notebook, but
Yeah.
you don't have places to like fill in the blanks and point your arrows to.
Yeah.
Buttholes for dancing.
Yes. Dance hall.
In 1893, Crane began writing his most famous novel, The Red Badge of Courage.
Oh,
I just
yeah, I've
wrote
heard that
Okay. Disgusted by the emotionless magazine stories published about the Civil War, Crane sought to write a psychological portrayal of fear. The novel, a romanticized depiction of the American Civil War from the point... This is fucking makes no sense. All right, skipping through that.
The red badge of
so-
of whatever sounds like herpes.
Okay. Suffering from repetitive... What?
It's something repetitive. That's
Health.
ironic
I don't
as
know.
fuck.
I don't know what I said.
Oh, repetitive.
I just started writing stuff at this point. Okay. During his time of working in the slums as the war correspondent, he had contracted malaria and yellow fever. These diseases weakened him, but it was tuberculosis that posed the real threat. He and Taylor checked into a German health spa, but 1 month later, Crane passed away. He went bleh.
Interesting.
So, his mother, a strongly religious person who served as a spokeswoman for the Women's Christian Temperance Union. Likely in jest, Crane called his family an old ambling nag, saddlebag, exhorted kind. Despite his great-uncle's elevated stature in the church as a church bishop.
Okay.
His father died when Crane was 8, leaving the boy's upbringing largely to his mother and his sister, Agnes, 15 years his senior, who encouraged his writing. He was a sickly boy, but that did not dampen his quirky, rebellious nature. Once, on the way to a temperance lecture of all things, the 6-year-old boy pulled out a cigarette and proceeded to smoke it, just to amaze his friends.
Amaze his friends?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
The next day, he went to a fair and had a beer. In his early teens, Crane
Amazing.
angrily quit Pennington Cemetery after a teacher called him a liar in a dispute
Amazing.
over a hazing incident.
An amazing hazing incident.
So, as I was saying, his Maggie novel, which tells of the descent of an innocent abused girl into prostitution. What the fuck did I just say? And her eventual suicide. Publishers who rejected Maggie did so because they feared its description of slum life would shock and offend readers. In 1890...
Wait, didn't you just say that earlier?
Shut up, Matt. Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, Crane had become involved in a string of relationships with women raised eyebrow. Okay? Because 2 of them were already
No, his
taken.
relationship with women raised eyebrows.
Yeah. Helen Trent, a singer, was engaged to be married, and he took up with her.
Boogie boogie.
Yeah.
Boogie boogie boogie.
A few months later, in the spring of 1892, he became romantically involved with Lily Brandon Monroe, a married woman of some standing but estranged from her husband. He asked her to elope with him, but could not overcome her family's objections to his lack of money and prospects. He was also seen as a frail and unhealthy individual who smoked he smoked a lot, and despite his chronic hacking cough.
So this was this was fucking Catcher in the Rye, dude.
I don't know what
He's
the
like
fuck
some
you're talking
little
about.
emo kid that's like, slum life, yeah.
If he's emo, that's not how he's saying it. He's saying it like, slum life!
Yeah. You don't understand me, slum wife. Get out of my way.
years later, he asked again for her to elope with him, and again she refused. After Monroe, he romanticized Nellie Krause, a socialite from Ohio whom he idolized. But she didn't return his affection and terminated their relationship after telling him she preferred society men with high mind. Yes. At the point in Crane's life, it is fair to say he was most assuredly not lucky in love.
I love how your sentences just kind of go away. I just kind of lead off the edge of a cliff.
I cut that sentence and just moved on. Like, I don't want to finish this. I set myself up for disaster.
She sabotaged her own writing.
It's okay. It's fun. Just fill in the blanks, guys.
We have a whole entire class to teach soon.
I'll be doing the same thing.
No. I don't know. Fucking do something.
Just go with it.
Go dance over there and shut the fuck up.
Yes. Unfortunately for Crane, while reveling in his fame, he managed to shoot himself in the foot with a scandal involving a prostitute named Dora Clark.
I think that's metaphorically shoot himself in the foot.
I think he really shot himself in the foot.
I don't think that's how
I think so. He's probably missing some toes. He had been hired by William. I wrote it 5 times in 5 different ways. I don't know why I couldn't spell it.
William,
I guess I thought, fuck it, I don't feel like deleting it. Keep going.
Hilarious.
Okay, so William Randolph Hearst in New York Journal to cover up the Tenderloin area. Oh, cover the Tenderloin area. I think that's what I meant to say.
Literally, the sentence you just read makes no fucking sense. Not like a lot of them have.
Area in New York known for its sex trade, police corruption, and drugs. One night in September, whatever year it was, he met up with 2 chorus girls. Street, Argo, or 4 prostitutes.
I feel like I'm having a goddamn stroke. Are you leaving words
And there
out
was
on purpose?
only 2 chairs in the room. But there was a hashish parlor. Hashish. And Dora Clark was sitting on one of the tables and joined them as they left.
What is happening right now?
A plain clothes.
God damn it.
Yeah, and a policeman that wasn't dressed as a policeman tried to arrest Clark for solicitation near the tables.
I'm so fucking amazed we've gotten here.
As well as one of the chorus girls.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Whom Crane tried to save by claiming to be her husband. He also told the officer that Clark had been respectable.
Bob wrote Grimm's notes for.
Yeah, no shit.
While in their company, he had done nothing wrong. But the policeman still took her to the station house.
And that's the story of the Berenstein Bears.
No, there's more. There's part 2.
Oh, fuck.
She was released the next morning by the magistrate after Crane identified himself and the tables.
What tables? Why are the tables in here? What the fuck is happening?
He told them, I'm the Red Badge author, and then vouched for her. And then, in an ensuing newspaper piece, he justified his actions on moral and principled grounds without referencing the tables again.
What the fuck is the tables?
In the hashish parlor of his awareness, the Clark was a prostitute.
What the fuck are you saying?
I'm trying.
Damn it.
This is the whole story. Are you not
gibberish.
invested? I'm fucking invested here.
Deeply invested in finding the words that you have left out on so many occasions. Like nouns, verbs, adjectives, like even full ending of sentences.
2 weeks later, Dora Clark filed charges and the police's face dropped. The officer for wrongful arrest. And in turn, he tracked her down 2 days later and beat her. Crane agreed to serve as a witness for Clark. In May, he had written an article on opium smoking in the Tenderloin.
What the fuck?
In an action seemingly intended to intimidate him, police obtained a warrant to search his apartment to look for the tables.
God damn it, we're back on the fucking tables. I still don't know what the tables are.
Instead, he found a bunch of opium and pipes. and other paraphernalia, which he claimed to be souvenirs.
They couldn't find the fucking tables because they could find little tiny pipes. What kind of a fucking table is it? Is the word table, or did you just like...
It is. This
Are you
is a
sure
true
you didn't
story.
just Mad Lib the fuck out of this?
No, I swear.
And like have like adverb here, add noun here.
I swear.
Okay.
So,
Am I dying?
the cop kept these souvenirs. His story during his testimony before the commission board, however, was feeble and uncompelling. Amy Leslie and Sadie Traffickin, sisters with assumed names, were both prostitutes. They lived in an apartment in the midst of the brothels and opium parlors, where the janitor testified that Crane had once lived with Amy in her apartment for 6 weeks.
If you say anything about a goddamn table,
Matt,
I'm gonna
Matt,
lose my
Matt,
fucking shit.
Matt. And during the summer, the suit against the police was dismissed.
Good.
They couldn't find the tables.
I fucking hate. I hate everything about this.
In the end, Crane's reputation was badly tarnished in his career as an investigative reporter, and all of that ended. Theodore Roosevelt at the time was a police commissioner for the New York City, and the two had been friendly terms prior to the Dora Clark. He was an admirer of Crane's writing, but he became angered by Crane's testimony on behalf of Clark, as well as an earlier newspaper article on the New York police. Roosevelt severed their relationship thereafter and had nothing to do with Crane. Still aggravated, during an interview years later, he was elected president. He thundered, Crane was a man of bad character, simply consorting with loose women on tables.
You're a fucking liar.
No, and he's dead. The end.
I hate this.
Why?
I don't know what the fuck just happened. I don't understand the table thing.
It was a whole court case. It was a scandal.
About
It blew up. It
table.
was in like all the newspapers.
And they couldn't find the tables.
No, they
But
couldn't.
he had to tell them that they were his tables. Mm-hmm. What the fuck
to
does that...
prove his innocence.
Because of tables.
Yes.
There's nothing there. There's just tables. You just keep saying tables.
The tables are there.
The tables are there. He
The court
lied.
case about tables?
Yes.
What the fuck?
They only found opium.
I'm out. I give up.
And he's dead. The end.
The end. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Rotn Mournings.
Yeah.
I know we did. I feel
It was a great story. That's why, it's last but not least.
Indeed. We're going to go out on a high note.
Mm-hmm. Opium.
Opium. So hide your tables.
Especially if they're
Because
red.
they're going to get them.
Yep.
Little crane.
Yep.
I liked it better when it was a bird story. Okay, anyways. Guys, that's all we got for this morning. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you have a great rest of the morning. Stay rotten, guys.
Stay rotten.
You can say it too, Carrie.
I think they were red tables.
Stay rotten!